we are waiting to be inspired by you guys.
Oh, wow. Our meeting is going on YouTube, I guess.
Yes.
Someone has just started recording and putting it live on YouTube. So we better bring our A game.
It's all the way to somewhere.
Yeah, indeed.
That's awesome, guys.
More famous.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.
My name is Muhammad Hanif Khatri. I am the member of Bollywood Toastmaster. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Hanif bhai.
कैसे हैं सर जी आप लोग? बड़ी खुशी हो रही है इतने प्यारे प्यारे चेहरों को देखकर। हर एक के चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट है।
हमें भी चाहिए।
अभी हनीफ भाई ने अभी इंट्रोड्यूस किया आपको, बोले कि आई एम अ मेंबर ऑफ बॉलीवुड। लेट मी करेक्ट दैट। हनीफ भाई इज द heart and soul of Bollywood.
Hanif bhai equals to Bollywood in Dubai.
Yes.
I'm very very excited today to be.
Hanif bhai, let me add. Sorry to cut you.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Not only Bollywood Toastmasters Club, but the Bollywood fraternity is incomplete without Hanif Khatri, sir.
बिल्कुल
सर जी
आप थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करें सब लोगों के लिए, ताकि just explain that in a bit more detail, ताकि सबको समझ में आए।
एक छोटी सी बात कहूंगा, why they are calling me from Bollywood. I'll tell you one thing. I think people are from Kathmandu, right? People are from Karachi, right? Then we are from Dubai, and I think from Calcutta. Everybody knows about Al Mansoor video. Am I right?
I'm sure.
Have you heard about Al Mansoor video? Have you seen any VCD, DVD or VHS? हिंदी फिल्में हम उसी पे रिलीज करते हैं। ये वो कंपनी थी, was in Dubai, which used to release all the Hindi films, and I was working in that company. That's why I'm very much connected to Bollywood.
For how many years?
A childhood memory, which you have just recalled.
For how many years?
करेक्ट। अभी years नहीं पूछो ना, तो फिर आप मुझे बूढ़ा बना दोगे यार। बड़ी मुश्किल से तो रंगो रोगन लगाकर, सर पे दामन लगाकर अपने आप को जवान रखने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं ना, तो फिर राज खुल जाएगा। राज को राज रहने दो।
What lovely memories those were when we used to have a VCR and a cassette and a video cassette and Al Mansoor cassette released by Al Mansoor.
Correct. और नीचे हमारी वो लाइन चलती थी, बिल्कुल। The rolling was there, Al Mansoor.
Exactly.
आपका नाम क्या भाई साहब जो बोल रहे हैं? आपका नाम पूछ सकता हूँ सर जी?
Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir from Karachi Toastmasters Club.
From Karachi. मैं रेनबो सेंटर में आया था एक मर्तबा। हमारा उस टाइम पे एजेंट वहाँ पे AA वीडियो था, तो they were my agent in Karachi, and I used to give first movie is going to Karachi, और हम ट्यूसडे उनको पहुंचाते थे रिलीज के पहले, और थर्सडे रिलीज करते थे। वो पुरानी मेमोरीज है, याद आती है आज भी। या
और उस वक्त जो किराया होता था रिलीज से एक दिन पहले तो 200 रुपए होता था।
ये रिकॉर्ड हो गई, आपको एक कॉल आती होगी मुख्तलिफ अथॉरिटीज की तरफ से।
किसी अथॉरिटी की तरफ से? वो सब खत्म हो गया सर जी। वो कॉपीराइट का जमाना था उस टाइम पे, वो सब खत्म हो गया। और जब हम कराची में देते थे उस वक्त जो है कॉपीराइट नहीं था। उसके बाद फिर जब कॉपीराइट आया हमने देना बंद कर दिया, वो लोग डायरेक्ट लेते थे।
नहीं, आपने रेनबो सेंटर की याद दिला दी। रेनबो सेंटर मैं भी जाया करता था मेजर कॉपीराइट वायलेशन करने, बट आई वेंट देयर फॉर पीसी गेम्स एंड प्लेस्टेशन 2 गेम्स, नॉट फॉर मूवीज।
अच्छा चलो,
अब तो वो सब ऑनलाइन हो गया है बहरहाल।
Correct. अब तो सब हमारा धंधा पूरा खराब हो गया।
Is Archita here? Can we call the meeting to order because we are already 5 minutes behind schedule? Sorry, Hanif bhai, sorry मैंने बात काट दी, but it's already 5:05.
Go ahead.
Archita, can you please call the meeting to order if you are there? Anybody from KTM here? Can you please find out if Archita is logged in or is joining?
Yeah, I am here from KTM. I'm just connecting with her. Just give me a second.
Please. अनिल भाई जारी रखें अभी कैन कंटिन्यू जब तक कि वो आ नहीं जाती.
मैं क्या जारी रखूं सर जी, बताइए आप. अगर मैंने जारी रखा तो जो मेरा है, मैंने जो अपने रोल पे क्या बोलूंगा. एनीवे एक छोटा सा शेर सुना देता हूँ.
जी बिल्कुल इरशाद.
बहुत से लोग जो है बूढ़े होने के बाद भी आपस में मियाँ बीवी एक दूसरे को बहुत चाहते हैं. तो उस पे एक शेर किसी ने अर्ज किया है, वो मैं शेर आपको सुनाना चाहता हूँ. छोटा सा शेर है.
इरशाद.
माशूक का बुढ़ापा लिज्जत दिला रहा है. लज्जत कहे. माशूक का बुढ़ापा लज्जत दिला रहा है. माशूक का बुढ़ापा लज्जत दिला रहा है. अंगूर का मजा अब किशमिश में आ रहा है. देखिए शुरुआत में ऐसे मूड बन जाना चाहिए ना अपना.
जी बिल्कुल. Okay guys, I've been told Archita is taking time. She will take another 10 minutes to join. So can somebody else from Kolkata Toastmasters please act as the acting sergeant at arms and start off the meeting, please? Hello, anyone from KTC?
Well, I think anybody can do it.
Yeah, Dr. Saab, kar lo aap. Where is our good doctor?
Hello.
Hello.
Yep. Mayank?
Can somebody start off the meeting from KTM?
Yeah, I think Mayank is speaking.
Sure,
okay, perfect. Go ahead, Mayank.
Yeah.
Yes. Just 1 second. I'm connecting my camera.
I'll stop sharing the screen.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to this joint meeting between 4 countries. Something that is unbelievable, something that we would not have expected to have happened in a physical scenario. Something that we all are looking forward to today because it is not something which is common. It is not something that we generally get to see when you are in your hometown, when you are in your home club, in a corporate club or in your college or in your particular locality. But today, sitting in your home, we have the power to use this technology to make a convergence of 4 countries and coming from 4 clubs, from 4 districts. It's something that is we can look forward to because today I see that the agenda is all about having the best of the speakers from the best of the countries perform in this meeting. For the same today, I would like to start off this meeting by calling someone who is the Toastmaster of the day, who I believe is from Bollywood Toastmasters Club, if I'm not wrong. And we have had a joint meeting, had the privilege of having a joint meeting with Bollywood Toastmasters Club before, and I have seen this person speak. This person is someone who is a great leader, a great speaker, and heads a great community. So please help me welcome Toastmaster of the day, Sudarshan Sheshadri.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mike. But I am not the only Toastmaster of the day. I would like to now take the opportunity to introduce to you a person who can only be described as a diamond. Because guess what? A diamond has many, many facets, and each side you look at it from will show a different side of that diamond. If you are a sport enthusiast and want to be kicked in the unmentionables, go to him for mixed martial arts. If you want to be a celebrity and interview a celebrity, go to him to learn the art and skill of being a television presenter. If you want to be in the big, bad, murky world of money laundering and finding out how to prevent it, go to him for learning the arts and science of compliance. And above all, if you want to be in the company of a warm personality with great skills and words that match his charm and wit, go to Toastmaster Majid Akhtar, who is going to be my co-host for today's event, and he and I together will take this journey forward, which is titled Convergence. Toastmaster Majid, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, TM Sudarshan. Thank you so much for lovely words. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. Now, I would also like to have the honor of introducing TM Sudarshan. I mean, this is the beauty of Toastmasters, that this let us have this opportunity to connect with people from all across the globe. It's always nice to connect with people who are very, very energetic. When I first spoke to TM Sudarshan, I, in fact, and he would like to have, or she would like to have life in his life, then that person should speak to TM Sudarshan. Because whenever you speak to him, whenever you talk to this gentleman, you are going to find a spark, you are going to find a life. There are less people who are alive, but are not considered very, very talkative. But I was very surprised to find out that this banker is having full capabilities of also skill set in the field of speaking as well. I mean, he is a well-deserved Toastmaster of evening today. Also, 7 years, and in Toastmasters as much for the learning as for the camaraderie of fellow Toastmasters. Today, looking to enjoy the flavors of 4 nations converging to form a family. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce. Applause for TM Sudarshan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Majid.
So what is this convergence idea of convergence, TM Sudarshan? I mean, when we discussed about it and we were trying to come up and conclude a theme, you came up with this beautiful idea. So I would, yeah. So how will you explain this?
Sure. I mean, so let me start this. Let me start this in true Bollywood style. We are Bollywood Toastmasters. We speak in English, Hindi, and Urdu. So let me start with a couple of lines.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I guess for those of you who understand Hindi or Urdu would have understood what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
to me, convergence very, very simply means like the wind, like the water, like the birds, we recognize no artificial line that humans can ever draw, because at the end of the day, for me personally, convergence stands for that unifying force which unites the goodness of heart in each and every human being and makes it a force for greater good. Whether it is in spirit, whether it is in thought, whether it is in deed, it doesn't matter. So long as there is goodness, it needs to converge. And when goodness converges, obviously badness and darkness will vanish. And to me, that is convergence. Hope I've answered your question, Toastmaster Majid.
Yeah, you have not only answered it, you have given me another food for thought for it. It is very out of the box, very creative definition of it. I mean, I was only looking at it from the bookish terms, but the way you have explained it, it's actually a total revealing of a new world altogether. So let's jointly, I mean, let's welcome Kolkata Toastmaster, Kathmandu Toastmaster, Karachi Toastmaster, Bollywood Toastmasters. Today, this is beautiful opportunity when 4 powerful Toastmasters clubs of the world are in fact combined together on a single platform.
Absolutely. Just to put it in perspective, when Toastmaster Majid says powerful clubs, between the 4 of us in the 4 countries, we represent almost 1/3 the world's population. So as of this point in time, in the Toastmasters fraternity as well, we represent about 1/3 of the entire Toastmasters fraternity. So just for that aspect, I think we need to applaud each and every one of us who's taken time out to be here and be a part of this fabulous meeting. Something like this is truly life-changing and something that we shall all cherish for times to come.
Absolutely.
Today's meeting is a joint meeting, and this meeting cannot function if we do not have joining of hands from across the board. We are going to be facilitated in today's meeting by a set of role players. So with your permission, Toastmaster Majid, let me introduce the key role players that will be participating in today's meeting. I will start with the word master. The word master will introduce the word of the day, and this is the word that we will use through our meeting. That is Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir. I hope I'm pronouncing the names right. If I make a mistake, I apologize in advance. Our grammarian for the evening is Toastmaster Zishan Khan. Our listener for the evening, I don't know what this role is, so when she comes up, she will explain to us, is Toastmaster Urusa Kanwal. Our timer for the evening is Toastmaster Robin Jha, who is looking extremely dapper in his suit today. Our counter is Toastmaster Kripa Avle. Our vote counter is Toastmaster Sachin Acharya. And we've already heard the joke from our joke master of the evening, and he shall keep us regaled through the evening. Our joke master of the evening is Mr. Bollywood himself, Toastmaster Hanif Khatri. With that, we have got all the key role players that will be handling various segments. I will, and Toastmaster Majid will, as the meeting progresses, introduce other role players who will come and perform very, very specific roles at the juncture that it is required. So Toastmaster Majid, let's converge our thoughts into the meeting itself.
Yeah,
what is it that you want to do now? How would you want to take the meeting forward?
Well, but obviously the next segment is of prepared speeches, but I would like to know from you that, what is Toastmasters to you? A quick one-liner for all of us. What is Toastmasters to you? For me, Toastmasters is a family. For me, Toastmasters is a place where, I get an opportunity to meet energetic people from the whole world. I get an opportunity to learn from the people from different intellectual levels. And it's always very nice to learn from people from coming from different fraternities. So what is Toastmasters to you?
So Toastmasters for me can be encompassed in one single word, and the word is camaraderie. Wow. Camaraderie comes from the army and the battlefield. Camaraderie is where one for all and all for one is the true essence of what it is. And that's exactly what Toastmasters is. We all work together to develop each other. So in Toastmasters, we do not succeed by succeeding alone. One may be a DTM, one may be delivering his icebreaker. But the fact is that when we span that gap, the icebreaker speaker can give the DTM some food for thought, and the DTM, on the other hand, can help the icebreaker actually go to the next level. So that is what Toastmasters stands for me. One word, camaraderie.
Perfect. So let's take word of the day from Ghulam Qadir, because he is word of the day today. So Ghulam Qadir, would you like to let us know the word of the day today?
Hello everyone, how are you? I am Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir, and I am playing the role of word master today. So since today is my birthday and it's all about celebration at my end, so I have chosen a word which is close to great happiness. I'll be sharing the word of the day on my screen so that everybody can see it.
Jubilation.
So the word of the day is jubilation, a feeling of great happiness. So all the speakers today's meeting are encouraged to use this word, jubilation. And my role is to note it down as to how many times the speakers have used this word. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my report. Once the speaker uses this word, I would request all the participants either to clap for the speaker or use the icon of clapping on the screen so that everybody knows that this has been used. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
All right, excellent. So quickly, grammarian, Ms. PM Zishan, so what as a grammarian will you be doing? So can you please quickly let us know that?
Basically, what I'll be noting down is the minor errors or the slips which Toastmasters will be doing unintentionally, and I'll be giving my report at the end of the whole session. That's
all
it.
Right, excellent. So listener, PM Urusa, So do we have Team Rusa around now?
Yes.
All right. Hello, Team Rusa. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. So, I mean, what is this role of listener? Everybody would love to know that.
All right. So I will be listening for interesting phrases, words that the Toastmasters would be using either in their table topic speeches or their prepared speeches. And in the end, I will ask all the Toastmasters to open their mics and guess those words, who said it. And the person who has guessed it has to keep quiet. So it's basically a listening test of all the Toastmasters. And I will take that test at the end. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, excellent. So we have Team Robin today as timer. So timer is a very difficult and tough task. So Team Robin, how are you going to be taking care of your role? And please let us know, what is this role of timer?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. As the role of timer, I'll be keeping track of everyone's time and I'll be sharing my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Majid.
All right, excellent. So quickly, we have our counter, TM Sachin, correct?
Yep.
All right, so TM Sachin, what as an our counter will you be doing?
No, our counter is Kripa, not Sachin.
All right, all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Kripa, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Kripa from Kathmandu Toastmaster Club. So as an our counter, I will be noting down any overused words or filler sound as a crutch by anyone who speaks in the meeting. So words may be inappropriate interjection such as and, well, but, so, and sound may be or. So I will present my observation when called upon. Thank you. Over to you.
Perfect. That's excellent. So Team Sudarshan, maybe let's start the show.
Yes, let us start the show indeed.
Yes.
So ladies and gentlemen, as Toastmasters, you're aware that our meetings typically consist of 3 key segments. Segment 1 is that of prepared speeches. And to prepare a speech, one of the biggest things that is required is for convergence to occur between your ears. Your thoughts have to coalesce to a point where it becomes coherent. Once it becomes coherent, then you put it down on paper and present it cogently. That is when a speech gets delivered. But the actual convergence happens when the connections between your brain and your mouth and your body all synchronize when you start speaking. Today, we will have 4 speakers who will come here and attempt to deliver their prepared speeches. Each of these speeches are going to be from the pathways and they will be of different varieties. To start with, we have the first speaker that I will be calling upon, and that speaker is from Kolkata Toastmasters. He is Toastmaster Mayank Mohta, and Mayank had chosen to give me his introduction just a couple of seconds back. So if in case I make a mistake, I'm sorry in advance. But as far as I remember, he's been in Toastmasters for about 2 years, and he is on this path of self-discovery through visionary communication. And he is going to deliver a speech titled Appreciate the Change. His evaluator is DTM Shaurabh Lohani. I would like to request DTM Shaurabh to please read out the objectives of Mayank's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Let me pull up his evaluation sheet. Toastmaster Mayank has 2 purposes for this evening. The first purpose states that this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively communicate change to a group or organization. The second purpose of the speech is for the member to practice speaking about change. He has 5 to 7 minutes to do so, and I wish Toastmaster Mayank all the best wishes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Let's welcome up on stage Toastmaster Mayank. Mayank, the floor is yours.
Who would have thought that people like us, people so gregarious and socially entangled, people who spend half of their days out of the nest, will be able to survive through these lockdowns, caged in a space where they are popping out their heads out of those balcony grills and seeing what's going around. Who would have thought that the biggest of the enterprises with the most conventional cultures will be able to thrive through this lockdown, this coronavirus situation, by adapting to a work from home technology? Who would have thought that you and I will actually start considering this the new normal, agreeing to the fact that life lies in a constant readjustment to our surroundings? Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests.
Good evening.
If we, as humans, have readjusted ourselves to our surrounding, every other entity has done that too. Every employer had to change their way of working, and every employee had to adapt to the same. And the most difficult has been for the ones whose work requires physical presence and interaction. Now, belonging from such an industry called interior designing, I work with a startup in Kolkata with a team of 35. All of us passionate, yet precautious, valorous, yet vigilant. As the first COVID case came in West Bengal, we all became extra cautious, especially the four of us who lead the team. We were having this discussion in our office where, what should we do next? What are we going to tell the clients? How are we stopping work? Come on, man, we don't even have a work from home plan of action. And as the second case came, and with that, so many rumors around, half of our employee force, they came barging into our office with Rakesh leading from the front saying, sir, we have decided that we are not going to come from tomorrow. For once, we thought, is this like a mass bunking that's going on? We asked them to calm down. We understand that this is a grave situation, but we need to think rationally. We asked them to wait for the government's instructions and made sure that these people are safe. We also told them that you will be using the private conveyance of the company for the next 2 days at the cost of the company. Now, who would have thought that this is going to happen? In those during times, it was so difficult for all of us to even strategize what's going to happen next. And that is when the four of us, we started discussing about plans and backup plans, about how to take things forward to make sure our employees are safe and work also doesn't take a halt. For that, we had to come up with plans of different working patterns, but we had to ensure that the new game is easy to use, easy to learn, and easy to adapt as well. And that's when we started researching about softwares for team interaction, team collaboration, Jamboarding, video conferencing. We came up with training modules on the spot so that they can adapt easy. After a 6-hour-long training session with all our employees, and by ending the talk with safety being the most important priority for everyone, we started implementing work from home. Now, let me tell you, things were really tough at the beginning and people were really, really slow. But we had to give them their time because everyone has a learning curve. We had to ensure that we are available for them when they have their doubts. We are there to video call to ensure every alternate day that we are there and our feeling of belongingness that we have and we share with each other, that doesn't vanish.
Okay, sir.
Now, when this happens, you build a particular bonding in your company with your employees, even though if it's virtual. Now, for all of these people, things started to roll and the ball was now in their court totally. And for such an industry, there are times when there's a particular employee whose job is to be on the site. But when you don't have a functioning site and when you know that you are supposed to be at home, and when you know that you are being paid as well, now you must be thinking, is he the luckiest employee of the company? Well, lucky we were, because this employee gave us a learning for a lifetime. 2 weeks post lockdown, he called us one day and he said, sir, I have not been contributing for 2 weeks. I have not really worked at all. All the other employees are working virtually. I feel like I am not being worth it. Now, when an employee realizes that he is not able to contribute, believe me, all the employer takes 10 steps forward to make sure that that employee develops personally. We purchased courses on project management and taught them tools so that they become more potential, they have more efficiency as a person, as a site manager. This entire change that we saw in these 3 months, this made us see a completely different side of our employees, which we would not have explored otherwise. Today, the things have changed, the systems have changed, the SOPs are completely different. But our employees are working with the same enthusiasm. They are there working for the company to make us thrive. Our employees are helping us survive. And today, if they have adapted to the change that we implemented, they deserve an appreciation, they deserve a recognition. If today you see, we normally, what we do is that we question when people are resistant to change. But do we appreciate when people accept the change? If you look around, someone or the other is struggling to change for you. They are trying to modify their ways to make sure that you are satisfied. It can be as simple as that Uber driver who is waiting downstairs, sanitizing the car before you sit on it. They are trying to adapt new ways to make sure that you are safe, you are satisfied. Then don't they deserve an appreciation and admiration and acknowledgement? All these change that we see today is good for all of us. And if we start appreciating that, this change will become a habit. It becomes a lifestyle. So my only urge to all of you today is that use the voice that we have got as communicators to appreciate and put your thoughts into words that commend this change. And that is what I'm asking for. Thank you.
Fantastic, wonderful. Amazing speech, Team Mayank. Thank you so much for sharing this lovely speech. So, Team Sudarshan, who do we have next? Who's the next speaker?
The next speaker I will call upon in a few seconds, but before that, our vote counter will share a link on the chat window for all of us to provide feedback to Mayank. So Sachin, I can see that you've already shared the link. Ladies and gentlemen, please connect to that link and give feedback in the next 30 seconds to Mayank. In the meantime, I will now call upon the next speaker. The next speaker is Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Toastmaster Mariam Arif is going to attempt her Project 4 speech from the Entertaining Speaker Manual, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Rohan Nag. Rohan, could you please read out the objectives of Toastmaster Mariam's speech?
Thank you very much, sir. The purpose statement is as follows. The speaker is to entertain the audience with a 5 to 7 minutes dramatic speech. The speech material is to be drawn from the speaker's personal experience or imagination. The speaker should not act out the incident, but rather interpret it for the audience using narration and dialogue. Timing, 5 to 7 minutes, all the best to the speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Mariam, Faith in Humanity Restored. Faith in Humanity Restored, Toastmaster Mariam Arif.
Just before I start, I wanted to confirm if I'm visible and audible.
Yes, perfectly audible and very nicely visible, yeah.
20th August 2010. It was a casual, sunny afternoon. My driver picked me up from school. I was in 6th grade at that time. So I sat in the backseat of my car and my driver started driving. Now it was a busy day at school and I was tired. So as my car sped, I could feel the wind brushing against my face. I could see the sunshine glare onto the windscreen and I dozed off. In a split second, everything changed. Bang! The car's face to a halt, and as I opened my eyes, the windscreen was broken in front of me. As I stepped outside the car, and so did my driver. There were a lot of people that had gathered round, and as I made my way through the crowd, I saw a middle-aged woman lying unconsciously on the road. Her head was injured and it was bleeding heavily. And so, while everybody was just standing around and not taking any action, I was lost into realization and I realized that this lady got hit by my speeding car while she was trying to cross the road. Everybody was just standing around, but then out of nowhere, a traffic police officer came and yelled, "Somebody pick her up and shift her into this car." So that lady, she was shifted into my car. I also got back in, and the traffic police officer sat at the driving seat of the car. Now, my driver, who was standing right next to the car, kept on saying, "Stop, stop, this is my car. I am the one who's supposed to drive it." But the traffic police officer completely ignored him and started driving the car. This was it. I couldn't take any of this anymore. I was overwhelmed by everything that had happened so far, and I burst into tears. I didn't know why, but I was thinking that as if all of this was my fault. I was the one who was responsible for all that had happened, and I just wanted that lady to live, to survive. When the traffic police officer saw me sobbing, he said, "Beti, don't cry, just pray. Pray for her life." He then gave me his cell phone and said, "Call your parents and tell them to reach Jinnah Hospital immediately." So I dialed my mom's number and said, "Mom, there's been a car accident." But before I could say anything else, she yelled, "What? A car accident? Where did it happen? How did it happen?" And so I said, "Mom, I'm okay. A lady got hit by my car and we are taking her to Jinnah Hospital now." And so she asked, "Oh, is she okay?" And I replied, "Yes, we do not know yet. Just pray for her and reach the hospital as soon as possible." And I disconnected the call. I could see that the traffic police officer was trying to drive as fast as he could. Whenever any vehicle used to come into our way, he used to scream, "Move, move, there's an emergency." And this is how, only within 10 minutes, we managed to reach the hospital. When we reached the hospital staff came and took that lady to the emergency department. The traffic police officer then decided to park the car in the shade of a tree where another policeman could also be seen sitting on a chair. And after parking the car there, he told me to wait there while he himself went to the ER to inquire about that woman. So while I was standing in the shade of the tree, 3 women got off an auto, walked towards me, and then one of them said, We saw that accident happen. That lady, she's our friend. So we are going to go to the ER now to look for her. You should come with us too. It's not safe to stay here all alone." And I was just a kid back then, so I was easily convinced. And just when I was about to start walking with them, that other police officer, who was still now peacefully and calmly sitting on his chair, stood up and asked me, "Beti, do you know these ladies? Are these your relatives?" And I firmly said, "No," and this was it. He started shouting on them. He said, "I know what you're here for. You are here to kidnap this poor little girl. I come across people like you on a daily basis. I know your tricks. I know your lies." And this drew a lot of attention from everyone around. A lot of people gathered around them, and everybody started screaming on them. Nobody gave them a chance to even explain themselves or tell them or even say a word to justify their position. And so they were eventually forced to get back into that auto, and they left the scene. Few minutes later, the traffic police officer returned and said, "I just talked to the doctors. That lady, she's in the operation theater now. The doctor has said that she sustained few head injuries, but thankfully, she's out of danger now." And he then handed me the car key and said, "These are my work hours now, so I really need to get going. But I must say, you are a very brave girl. Take good care of yourself." And he left. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I always used to think that in my country, all police officers, especially traffic police officers, just take bribes, or they do not do their jobs, or they're least interested in serving others. But I must say, That day, that traffic police officers' honesty, empathy, compassion, and heroic behavior completely changed my perspective about them. And remember those three ladies who came into that auto? They weren't lying. They were indeed colleagues of that woman who got injured. She happened to be a school teacher. She was leaving school, crossing the road, and her friends who were on the other side of the road had witnessed that accident happen. So they were good people with good intentions, and they came to me first to help me out in that situation. And so, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I feel that now I can safely say that day, that car accident, and the experiences that I had with different people around me truly and definitely restored my faith in humanity. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Excellent. Excellent speech, Miriam. Thank you so much. So, who is the next speaker today?
Ladies and gentlemen, before I call upon the next speaker, once again request you to please give feedback to Mariam. And as you are giving feedback, get set and sit back and relax to enjoy the next speaker. The next speaker is what I describe as a thespian. He is an actor, he's a script writer, he is a businessman, he is a member of Bollywood Toastmasters, and he is someone who is blessed with a deep baritone voice. He is going to come and deliver a speech from the interpretive reading manual in the conventional path, and he is delivering his fourth project from that manual. His evaluator is DTM Talha bin Hamid. DTM Talha, can you please read out the objectives of Toastmaster Nataraj's speech?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. The project fills me with trepidation, and the description of the speaker gives me convulsions of fear, because this project from the interpretive reading manual, the play, is by far the most difficult project that I have attempted in my DTM journey. And as I heard the description of Toastmaster Nataraj, I'm seriously questioning myself whether I will be adequately able to evaluate him or not, but I'll try my best. The interpretive reader of a play reads the parts of more than one character using different vocal qualities and body movements to distinguish between them. Select a play or proportion of a play that involves only a few characters, or you may confuse the audience. Practice the reading until you can smoothly change characters. Objectives are to adapt a play for interpretive reading and to portray several characters in one reading, identify them to the audience through voice changes and movement. The title of the project is Romeo and Juliet, and the duration is 12 to 15 minutes. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Nataraj.
Just a second. Just a second, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here to present a play from Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is a play written by William Shakespeare here somewhere in 50s, 90s. Romeo and Juliet love each other. They come from a very noble family, but their families used to fight with each other. They used to kill each other. Accidentally, Romeo and Juliet meets in one of the party gathering, and it was love at first sight. It was a perfect convergence. It was a jubilation together. They loved each other. They also married finally to each other. But this didn't go well with their family. They begin to fight and kill each other to separate these lovers. Just trying to reduce the volume. So finally, they decide Juliet to get married to someone else. Juliet, not accepting this, she reaches out to Lawrence for help. And Lawrence gives her a poison which will put her into sleep for almost 48 hours. It's completely like dead. And Lawrence also sends a message to Romeo about this, but Romeo doesn't get the message on time. Romeo only hears that Juliet is dead, and Romeo reaches to meet Juliet. This play involves 3 characters, Romeo, Juliet, and Lawrence, and this is the last scene. Here we go. Oh no, my love, my wife. It is time to join you in all eternity. Juliet, why are you still so fair? Death that sucked the honey of your breath has no power to spoil your beauty. Why should I believe that he has some plan in this? This insubstantial death is amorous, keeping you perfect for this paramour. In the fear of this, I will stay with thee and never leave this place of dark, dim night, depart again. Juliet. Eyes, look at your last. Arms, take your last embrace. Lips, the breath of door, forever sealed with a righteous kiss. Come, oh bitter conduct, come, unsaviour guide. This is for you, Juliet. Oh, apothecary. Tear drug us so quick. Juliet? Juliet, are you still alive? Juliet? Oh. Oh. Romeo! No! Romeo! Oh, my husband is lying here dead. Oh no, no, my lady, not Romeo, not him for all, not him. What unkind hours has brought us to take us to this untangible death? Lady, we are overturned. The greater power that we can imagine has thwarted all our plans. My lady, come out of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. Someone is coming, my lady. Come with me. leaving my husband to face all these things alone. Oh, unkind. Drinking it all and leaving no drop for me to take. My lady, watchman is coming. Come with me. I will hide him in the sisterhood of none. Question me not. Lady, come with me. You go. I will bid a final farewell to my beloved husband, Romeo. And I'll join you at once. Okay, stay at peace, but linger not. I will hold the watchman until you come. Romeo, just one kiss. In case some venom lingers your mouth, your mouth is warm. Somebody is coming. Oh, somebody is coming. Come. You are the seed. I'm coming with you, Romeo. I'm coming to you. Oh, true rust. It's time to die. Oh, my lady. No! Romeo! Juliet! This way, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful love story ended. This love is so cruel, which will force you to take poison. This love is so bad that can kill our lovers. Ladies and gentlemen, you should never fall in love. And if you fall, you should never take poison. Over to you.
Wow, amazing, impressive, very nice.
Thank you.
So, Team Sudarshan, what's next?
Yes, we all know the drill. Can we please give feedback to Nataraj? And as you're doing what you're supposed to do, I will now bring up on stage the next speaker of the evening. Now, this is a person who is known to practice her speeches in front of the toughest possible audience that you can ever have. If you don't believe me, try practicing your speeches in front of your children. If you can survive that criticism, anything else is cakewalk. And this lady dares to do that. She's been a Toastmaster for about a couple of years now, and she is on her journey to become a distinguished Toastmaster. And she says she tries to talk to her children by way of practicing her speeches in order to survive the distractions that they create. If she does that, I'm sure she's going to be able to survive anything that Zoom can throw her way. And when I asked her what does convergence mean to her, she says it sounds very powerful to her. It is a coming together of different entities for growth. Of course, convergence is entirely that. So let's join our hands and welcome up on stage with a thundering round of applause, Toastmaster Rupali Poddar from Kathmandu Toastmasters and to read out the speech objectives, I would like to call upon my friend DTM Amjad Ali. Amjad, please do the honors.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for calling me on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, today Toastmaster Rupali Pora is presenting her project from Leadership Development Level 3, Inspire Your Audience. And the purpose statement of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. And the second purpose statement is for the member to inspire the audience. The title of this speech is Why Is It the Way It Is? Toastmaster Rupali, 5 to 7 minutes.
Should I start?
Yeah. Rupali, all yours. Please start.
What is your first thought when a baby is born? Is it a boy or a girl? While the news of a boy is met with unbridled joy, sometimes the news of a girl is handled hard-heartedly. Do you know 1.5 million female fetuses are being aborted every year worldwide, according to a report published by Asian Center for Human Rights in 2016. That is 4,100 every day, 172 every hour, 20 by the time I finish my speech today. Presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Yes, it is 2020, but gender inequality is still a paradox of modern society. Let me share with you my own experiences. Recently, when the lockdown started and it was declared that even the housemaid could not come, I thought, oh my God, who will do all the housework? But thankfully, my husband stepped in and he said, okay, I will do the dishes. But in the meantime, my mother-in-law intervened. No, how can you? No man in our family has ever done that. Why will you? Now, this seemingly normal conversation took me to a series of flashbacks. Let me take you through few. Few days before my marriage, my mother said something to me with a heavy heart. I still remember she looked at me and said, I wish you were my son. I wish I could keep you with myself forever. Few years later, when I myself became a mother of a daughter, I felt her same pain and helplessness. Do you have a daughter? Do you know this pain? Until today, despite having two wonderful daughters, more often than not, I have been asked by my dear ones to have a baby boy. Not having one is considered to be my biggest shortfall. I have sensed they sometimes kind of pity on me for this. Now, my decision to be happy with my daughters is challenged often with arguments like, after all, they are girls and they will be married off one day, and you will have no one to look after you when you grow old. Others are like, a boy is needed to carry forward family's legacy. Have you ever been confronted with situations like this? Have you ever wondered why only a girl has to leave her parents' home? How on earth it happened that the children are born through women's bodies, but the family lineage is passed only through men? Have you ever questioned, why is it the way it is? Ladies and gentlemen, if you think deep, you will know that it is all because of an age-long system. Patriarchy is the name and discrimination is the game. Let me bring again the episode of lockdown that I said earlier. That day, I so wanted to object, but I chewed my lips. Because cross-questioning your elders, that too by a woman, is considered very indecent. I so wanted my husband to come forward and break that status quo. But sadly, it didn't happen. But that day, I realized one thing, that the equal world that we all dream of is not possible unless and until men join us in this. Because men too are victims of patriarchy, and equality is not just a women issue, it's a human issue and it affects all. Moving forward, not the fault of my mother-in-law either, because these opinions of what men and women should do has been passed from generation to generation, and unfortunately till today, women themselves are the flag bearers of patriarchy. My dear friends, patriarchy is so deeply entrenched in our blood. Gender roles and stereotypes so profoundly normalized that we tend to believe that's the way it is. We do not see the unfairness behind our acts. And we feel it cannot be changed. It has been like this always. But the good news is it can be changed. And it has to change. You, my dear friends, can change it. Let's spread the awareness that gender is not about the biological differences between the sexes. Rather, it's a social construct which makes the world expand for the boys but shrink for the girls. And despite any biological differences, equality is a right of every human being. Now, having these understandings changed my outlook towards life. In all the situations where my friends and family seem to pity on me, what they do not see is that I pity on them for not seeing the reality, for not understanding their self-worth. It's disappointing how females are made to believe that the ultimate purpose of their life is to give birth to a son. And once they are mother, they cannot have a life that they can live for themselves. But this is not true, my dear friends. Take example of Jacinda Ardern, how she has proved that you can be a caring mother and a competent prime minister of a country both at the same time. My dear friends, in every little girl, there is a Benazir Bhutto, there is a Kalpana Chawla, a Malala, a Mary Kom, a Greta Thunberg. Well, I have decided that I'm going to instill these values and understanding in my girls, and I'm going to raise them equally like boys. You do the same with your girls and take this bigger challenge to raise your sons more like your daughters. Or fair enough, can't we just raise them as free individuals with equal rights and opportunities? Can't we just create a world where the word gender does not exist? Can't we create a world where when a baby is born, we no longer ask, is it a boy or a girl? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Fantastic, fantastic. Such mesmerizing session we had. So with this, we have reached to this end of our first session. Team Sudarshan, what's your take? I mean, I am very, really,
I am at this point in time at a loss of words, which it takes a lot of doing to put me at that stage. TM Rupali has made me think long and deep. But as I think long and deep, I would request the timer to first tell me, how did our speakers perform on time?
Also, let's give feedback to Toastmaster Rupali
as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, timer Robin, can you please read out the timing that each of the speakers have taken?
Yes. Toastmaster Mayank took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Mariam took exactly 7 minutes. Toastmaster Natraj took 11 minutes and 7 seconds. And Toastmaster Rupali took 7 minutes and 16 seconds.
So all are qualified?
All are qualified.
Perfect. So Toastmaster Sachin, please share the voting link. And now that we've had a profound statement from each of the 4 speakers, a lot of food for thought. I think अब वक्त आ गया है कि थोड़ा हम बॉलीवुड का तड़का लगाएं इस मीटिंग के ऊपर, क्योंकि आखिर में ये बॉलीवुड टोस्ट मास्टर्स भी तो है यहाँ पे. अब मैं एक ऐसी शख्सियत को बुलाने जा रहा हूं जो कि हम सबको हंसा हंसा के हमारे पेट में बल पड़वा देंगे. Let's welcome our joke master of the evening, Toastmaster Hanif Khatri. Hanif ji.
जी sir.
समा बांध दीजिए.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
मैं ये चाहता हूं कि जितने भी लोग आज इसमें I think 63 people, प्लीज आप अपना वीडियो भी चालू रखें और अपना ऑडियो भी चालू रखें. Because when the joke master says something and you will not get the reaction, तो लगेगा कि आपका सब jokes flat जा रहे हैं. So can I request everybody to just put your video on as well as audio on. Thank you very much. बहुत शुक्रिया. Okay, a few people are still hiding, no problem. Can I ask one question to all of you? If husband is the head of a family, if a husband is head of a family, then what wife is?
Brain.
Wife is the cap.
Brain.
बताइए sir.
Brain.
Anybody else? Brain, yeah.
Is the crown on the head.
Crown on the head. Anybody else?
Neck.
The backbone.
Who said neck?
Neck.
Who said
Me.
neck?
Hanif ji
you
is
are
the
the right answer. This is the right answer. If a husband is the head of a family, wife is a neck. Because neck क्या होता है? आप गर्दन कहीं भी वो गर्दन को मुंह को घुमा सकती है.
जी जी. हमारे साथ साथ वो मुड़ेंगे.
हाँ, तो जैसा आप मुड़ोगे वैसा ही मुड़ेंगे. तो बिल्कुल right answer. Correct. Experience, yeah. So, but one more thing is there. The wife is cute when she's mute. Wife is cute when she's mute, and husband is honey when he has money.
He has money. Right.
Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's why I said that, you know, if your voice, your audio is on, we can enjoy more.
Yes.
Someone asked me, who is not married yet, a young guy, asked me, are you happy with the marriage? I said, yes, I'm happily married because my wife is happy and I'm married. So this is called ghar ghar ki kahani. You know that nobody can deny this. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. Okay. Now let's move on to a joke. You know, many people, they just talk in a short form. Like suppose Shah Rukh Khan ko bolte hain SRK. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
Our veteran Toastmaster CK. कितने लोग जानते हैं उनको CK साहब को? His name is Chandra Kumar, but we call him CK. Similarly, a guy went for an interview. An officer asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is MP, sir." What do you mean by MP? Sir, Mohan Pal, sir. Okay, what is your father's name? My father's name is also MP, sir. What do you mean by this MP? Manmohan Pal, sir. Okay. What is your native place? MP, sir. Madhya Pradesh. No, sir. Not Madhya Pradesh. It is Kunnur Pal, sir. Okay. What is your qualification? MP, sir. Again MP. Now he got little irritated. Each and every answer he is giving in MP. What do you mean by this MP? Metric pass, sir. Okay. Why you want this job? Now tell me why you want this job. MP, sir. Again MP. What is this MP? Money problem, sir. Okay. Now describe your personality. MP, sir. What is this MP again? Marvelous personality, sir. Okay. Now, why should I give you this job? Can you tell me? Now you go out. What is my MP, sir? Now again, what is this MP? My performance, sir. He answered. He got mad. That officer got mad. You are MP. I said, what? MP? I'm MP. Yeah, you have a mental problem, sir. Who brought you here for the job? MP, sir. Now again MP. Who brought you here? MP, sir. My mother and father, my parents brought me here. MP, my parents. So sometimes it happens like that. अभी हम लोग ने इंग्लिश में तो बहुत बात कर ली. इंग्लिश में हमने बहुत बात कर ली. अब थोड़ा सा हम हिंदी का या उर्दू का तड़का लगाएं, आप लोगों की इजाजत हो तो.
अब आएगा मजा.
Go ahead. थोड़ा सा एक उर्दू का हम तड़का लगाते हैं. Before that, I'll ask you one question. Where maximum lies have been told, सबसे ज्यादा झूठ कहाँ बोला जाता है? कोई जवाब देगा मुझे प्लीज?
अदालत में.
अदालत में. किसने बोला ये अदालत में? वेरी गुड आंसर. कोई वकील होगा. और सबसे ज्यादा सच कहाँ बोला जाता है?
शराब खाने
में, क्लब्स में.
शराब खाने में. ये प्लान कर रहे हैं हमजा साहब.
मधुशाला सर, मधुशाला. शराब खाना ना कहिए.
अच्छा, अभी आपको मैं एक छोटी सी पोएम सुनाना चाहता हूँ उर्दू में. प्लीज एंजॉय कीजिए. हर शख्स चाहता है बीवी बहुत ही खूबसूरत हो, लाजवाब हो. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes. You are absolutely right.
Yes. तो मेरे जवाब दीजिए ना, फिर आपका ऑडियो क्यों मैंने ऑन रखा है. ओके. 5 फीट 5 इंच जैसी हाइट हो. एक शख्स लिखता है कि मुझे कैसी बीवी चाहिए. वो लिखता है 5 फीट 5 इंच जैसी हाइट हो, चेहरा जिसका ब्राइट हो, वेट में थोड़ी लाइट हो, उम्र में डिफरेंट स्लाइड हो, थोड़ी सी वो क्वाइट हो, मेमोरेबल हर एक नाइट हो, ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो. सास की खिदमत जिसकी ख्वाहिश हो, सास की खिदमत जिसकी ख्वाहिश हो, ब्यूटी मल्टीप्लाई बाय ट्वाइस हो, मॉम डैड की चॉइस हो, ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो. पड़ोसी जब बात करे तो हाथ में उसके नाइफ हो. जब बात करे तो हाथ में उसके नाइफ हो. डिनर कैंडल लाइट हो तो डिलीशियस हर एक बाइट हो. दोनों में कभी ना फाइट हो, मिलने के बाद दिल डिलाइट हो. ये तो ख्वाब देख रहा है यार. कभी फाइट ना हो ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. ऐसी आंखें उसके जैसे सन्नी ट्वाइलाइट हो. होंठ देखे तो ऐसा लगे जैसे कोक डिलाइट हो. जब साड़ी पहन के निकले तो क्या साइट हो, ऐसा लगे जैसे स्विट्जरलैंड की फ्लाइट हो. फेवरेट कलर व्हाइट हो, मेकअप थोड़ा लाइट हो, जुल्फे डायनामाइट हो, बसंत में जैसे उड़ रही काइट हो, ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो. काश ये कंसेप्ट 100% राइट हो. काश ये कंसेप्ट 100% राइट हो. अगर ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो तो क्या हसीन लाइफ हो. बातों में गरमाइश हो, हर किसी की यही फरमाइश हो, कुदरत आजमाइश हो, और डिफेंस की रिहाइश हो. ये कराची में हमारा डिफेंस है. डिफेंस की रिहाइश हो, किसी की भी न लुक अलाइक हो, ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो, ऐसी अपनी वाइफ हो. तो ये एक छोटी सी नज्म थी जो मैंने आपको पेश की. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये ख्वाब में ही सब कुछ हो सकता है, रियलिटी में तो ये हो नहीं सकता.
बिल्कुल रुला दिया हनीफ साहब आपने. खत्री साहब रुला दिया.
बहुत खूब.
हमारे दरमियान में ऐसे बहुत सारे और फनकार हैं. मौका रहेगा तो हम आगे उनको भी दावत देंगे. डॉक्टर रूपेश सिंह तैयार रखिएगा अपनी किताब को. आखिर में आपको भी बुलाया जाएगा।
थैंक यू वेरी मच,
चलिए
बहुत
आगे
बहुत
बढ़ते
शुक्रिया।
हैं, अभी मीटिंग को आगे और चलाते हैं। माजिद साहब, व्हाट नेक्स्ट? आप म्यूट पे हो माजिद।
All right, okay. I think I'm audible now. Steve Khatri साहब का शो बड़ा मजा आया सुन के भाई, जबरदस्त, वेरी नाइस। आई एम जस्ट वंडरिंग आपकी जो हमेशा बॉलीवुड क्लब की मीटिंग होती है उसमें आप लोग बहुत एंजॉय करते होंगे।
जी बिल्कुल, कभी आइएगा।
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to be part of Bollywood meeting now. All right, so now we are going to move on with the next session. I mean, first session is over, so the next very important session of today's meeting is the table topic session. So I find this table topic very, very exciting because it's a test of thinking on feet. You have to be very, very witty. You have to be very, very sharp to be a victorious speaker in this session. So who is the person honoring or honored to be
तो मैं
running
अब
this?
टेबल टॉपिक का मुजाहिरा पेश करता हूं आपके सामने।
Yeah, absolutely. कौन इस शो को रन कौन कर रहा है?
जी बिल्कुल जी। कहते हैं डॉन के पीछे 11 मुल्क की पुलिस लगी हुई है। कहते हैं डॉन के पीछे 11 मुल्कों की पुलिस लगी हुई है। डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है। इसी तरीके से हमारी जो आज की टेबल टॉपिक मास्टर है, इनको भी पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है। मैं पिछले हफ्ते से इनसे कोशिश कर रहा हूं कि भाई अपना इंट्रोडक्शन भेज दें। ये मीटिंग में 10 मिनट बाद आती हैं और फिर कहती हैं कि आपको जो बोलना है बोल दें। शी इज DTM Archita. She is going to be our table topics master. She has kept herself a mystery and she is going to reveal who she is and what she is going to do. Table topics, for the benefit of all of you, is that session which is the heart and soul of Toastmasters. And let's join our hands together and bring up on the virtual stage DTM Archita from Kolkata Toastmasters to conduct the session.
Thank you so much. Confirmations first. I'm audible.
You are audible.
Yes. Am I visible?
You are not.
There's a little of lag.
Yeah, you need to fix the mic as well a little bit.
Yeah, there is some lag in your connection.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
So we're going to have very, very exciting table topic session.
Yes, we will.
Am I audible and visible now? Please help me check.
You are audible for sure.
Audible now, but
yes, you're audible.
They can see the pic
now. Now you're visible as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Sudarshan sir, for that wonderful introduction. Apologies, मैं थोड़ा सा busy थी, तो आपको introduction नहीं भेज पाई. And WhatsApp पे इतने messages रहते हैं कि कुछ messages miss हो जाते हैं. Sincere apologies. But anyway, wonderful शायरी session. लोगों ने काफी कुछ कहा कि we need this kind of a vibe. I think हमारे एक member ने पूछा what about husband? Why did he tell us what kind of husband they are looking for? I just feel that the few things that I feel about the same is when you ask a girl or when you ask a lady, her wishes or her desires are really simple. We're not looking for a pretty face, a charming smile, or a dimple. Anything and everything that comes to a man that are a woman's wishes, we only need a man who can patiently or will patiently listen. So that's all I think. I think it'll sum up for all the women that are there. With that, let's come to the table topic section. Now, this is a really, really interesting section. This is my favorite section. And the reason why I call it interesting is because इसमें कुछ prepared नहीं है. And हमें वो बोलना है जो हमारे दिमाग में on spot आता है. And सबसे बड़ा challenge भी वही है, but I think सबसे बड़ी excitement भी वही है because हर चीज plan करके चलेंगे, then life बहुत ही boring हो जानी है. So here's what we are going to do. I feel हमारे पास आज 4 different places to explore है. And I feel this meeting is an amalgamation of different cultures. So I have 4 areas of human life which I think are very, very exciting, very, very poetic. And हर country या हर club को मैंने एक ऐसा area allot किया है. And I'm hoping that we will have one speaker from every club So let me start by asking if we have someone from Karachi Toastmasters, and a couple of people have volunteered. So do we have someone from Karachi Toastmasters? If you can raise your hand, please. Someone from Karachi Toastmasters volunteering for the table topic session.
Or people from Karachi Toastmasters.
Sorry?
And I'm just waiting for a show of hand from Karachi Toastmasters.
Yeah, I'm also waiting for a show of hands. Guys, please raise your hand, members of Karachi Toastmasters Club.
Toastmaster Zishan, do you want to try? Yeah, there it is. Toastmaster Zishan has raised his hand.
Wonderful. So, Zishan, the theme that I've kept for Karachi Toastmasters is literature. So, your topic is life revolves around literature. Literature revolves around life. I repeat, life revolves around literature. Literature revolves around life.
Thank you very much, TMR Archatia. Please, apologies for pronouncing your name incorrectly first of all. And oh my goodness, literature, and then life circulating around it. I think life is literature itself. Everybody is a page, and everybody moves up every day, and then they write their own literature, not by with their hands, at least it's stored in their memories. First, it's the short term, and then it goes back into the long term memory, like Gajni, or probably say Memento. And if you look at it, we are children of literature to begin with. The day we enter into our school, the day we enter into our colleges and universities and discover ourselves, and once the self-discovery is there, then we look into Shakespeare, then we look into Karl Marx, then we look into Jung, then we look into Nietzsche, Plato, and we go back, and we go way back to the Greeks. Try to answer one question. Who are we? Why do we exist? And how we can understand this soil, this earth, this air, this fire, and all the elements. And this question has been raised since Adam and Eve, and even when we were in heaven. And I would say it just progresses in every century. People still ponder upon it. But true literature, the essence of it, is actually hidden in the culture. Such rich culture as Indo-Pak that we are experiencing right now. And it was there back then in 1600s and 1500s. And the literature of the Dark Ages and beyond from the European side. US is too young, but still you get names like Hemingway. This is the experience. We create our own literature by ourselves and we share it. Let me just compliment our hosts, Sudarshan and TM Majid. The way they have described how Toastmasters develops you to become a Toastmaster or public speaker is when your thought process is clear and your ability to transpire your thoughts in the same manner the way you think. And once you have achieved it, you're a living, walking, talking literature in the shape of public speaking or Toastmaster. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Table topic master of the day, my apologies. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zishan. And for the next topic, we have... Hanji. For the next topic, can we have someone from Kathmandu, please? Do we have someone? Okay, Vidushi is here. Hi, Vidushi. Could you please unmute yourself and say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes,
hello.
audible.
So is it important?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vidushi. Now, I don't know how many of you know this, but Kathmandu or Nepal is the land of scenic beauty. Every time that I see pictures of sunrise and sunset, I get mesmerized. So, keeping that in mind, Vidushi, your topic is very simple. Nature is where the heart lies. Nature is where the heart lies. Toastmaster Vidushi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita. So honestly, we are such people who undermine the things that are around us, the nature that is around us. There are so many things around us. Look at the trees, look at the leaves, but we're always kind of stuck in our busy lifestyles and in our office works and school works or whatever you guys are doing. And I feel like we really need to get out of that zone and just look around ourselves and just realize how beautiful this world is and how beautifully painted this world is, as if God is the artist and this world is the canvas. And I realize it's really important to save everything that's around us, because that is the thing that is keeping us alive. And I saw this meme and it said that we would be planting trees around crazy if they gave us Wi-Fi. And it's a pity that they just give us oxygen that we need to breathe. If they gave us Wi-Fi, we would be planting them everywhere that we found that we could possibly. But then they give us oxygen, which help us live, which is a lot more important than Wi-Fi. Trust me. And also, I also think that we say that we have to plant trees all the time, but at the same time, so many people at our workplaces, they just use the papers and just print it at one side and then just throw it away. And a fun fact is that around 80,000 papers can be produced from one tree. And it might seem a lot, but then, it's just one tree that we're using. But at the end, when you compare it, it's just so much of destruction that's causing us, that's causing the environment. We could just take that paper. Maybe next time you can think, maybe whenever you're going to throw it in the bin, just think that, okay, maybe I should collect it somewhere and maybe give it to a paper factory, because they can actually recycle it and we can actually use it again. And that's been striking my head a lot. And I've been saving paper like crazy. You should look at my room, it's just filled with paper. And yeah, that's what I believe. It's small things that help bring the change. And over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Vidushi. That was a wonderful and beautiful take. And truly, we must save paper because the nature needs us and we need nature. Next, let's have a volunteer from Kolkata Toastmasters Club. I have Shaurya Roy, Toastmaster Shaurya, who's texted me. Shaurya, can we do a quick audio video check?
Am I perfectly audible and visible to everyone?
Yes, you're audible and visible. So, to everybody who doesn't know, Kolkata is said to be the land of sweets and the land of food enthusiasts all across the globe. So, Shaurya, keeping that in mind, your topic is food or a happy meal is the greatest satisfaction. A happy meal is the greatest satisfaction. Toastmaster Shaurya Roy.
Yes, indeed, I can't agree more. A meal is indeed a greatest satisfaction. And I have experienced all throughout my life since the very beginning of my childhood. So much so that at one point of time, I weighed 96 kilos when I was a third year college student. But then being overweight and being obese is not a necessarily good thing, right? So I had to somehow curtail my food habits. But having said that, being on a diet, gymming, without having good food is also not an ideal thing, because in your life you need a perfect balance of all things, right? So since my third year of college, I have somehow reaped a practice to maintain a balance between having good food and actually gymming and actually having a diet. And from that point of time to until now in 2020, the kind of food which I would like to recommend to you is obviously South Indian to start off, and then maybe Chinese. And Kolkata is such a city where you can get everything, absolutely everything. You want South Indian, you can get South Indian. You want Chinese, you can actually get Chinese. You want momos, you can actually get momos. And there's a part of it which I love, really love. And if in future, maybe one day if I relocate, I would definitely miss this particular feature of Kolkata about the availability of all kinds of food. And this is something which I am proud to say about Kolkata, that if you want to, you can actually avail any kind of food. And nowadays, with the invention of Swiggy and Zomato, it's actually even easier. And this is something which I am never going to give up on, and this is something which I am actually proud about my hometown. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Shaurya. With that, we come to our. I had thought of having just 4 speakers, but I would request or ask that one of our guests have expressed their views of becoming, coming forward as one of the speakers. Amrit Shenava, can we have 2 more speakers, or should we limit it to one more? We can have 2 more.
We can do 2.
Okay. So can we have Amrit next, and then we'll have one final member from Bollywood Toastmasters. Hi, Amrit. Yes, audio video check done. Fair.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Amrit, you're audible, visible.
Okay, Amrit, I don't know about other people that are there, but I have a very strong belief in life that life is defined by small moments. It's not defined by the huge time periods of struggle or the huge periods of happiness. It is defined by those moments that give you true joy. Tears of joy in the eyes of your mother when she's proud of you. Your friend abusing you because they've met you after a really long time. Or someone loved just staring and smiling at you for the sheer fact that they're happy for you. So keeping that in mind, the next topic is frame. So Amrit, your topic here goes. It is the people for whom we live. It is the people for whom we live.
In life, we go through a lot of problems. And also in life, we run behind 3 things mostly: money, fame, and trying to impress other people. I might be wrong over there, but people around me, they have been doing that. And in that process, they have kept that as a priority, that they ignore what the priorities are in life. So believe me, I had many friends do that. I myself was doing it for a very long time. But then I realized, well, was it all worth it? What was I getting out of it? What was my main purpose in life? Then I realized that true wealth is not money. True wealth is not fame. True wealth is inner peace. And you know how inner peace comes? It's not from money. It's not from fame. It's not about you getting famous and popular. It's all from the little things that happens in life. It's all about what happens in the family, what happens with your friends. Because trust me, I'm a person who's involved in doing a podcast in startups, and I do a lot of big things in life. But you know what? That doesn't matter if I succeed or not. What really matters is, did I make my parents proud? Did I make my friends proud? My startup will succeed. My startup might fail. I might lose a lot of money. I might make $1 million. That doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is me spending quality time with my parents, me spending quality time with my friends, those memories I created back in college. And right now, I'm a university student myself. The memories that we create together, that's important. And also jubilation with family, with friends. Imagine those celebrations, that birthday. And for me, you know what makes me happy? It's not money, it's not fame. Apart from the little things, the one thing that makes me happy is shawarma. I'm currently in New York because I study here. And I've been missing one thing ever since I moved from Dubai to the US, shawarma. Because shawarma is like an emotion for me. So yes, indeed, it's not the money, it's not the fame, it's the little things that matters. It can be food, it can be family, but these little things are what we have to cherish. Over to you.
Thank you so much. And I totally agree with your last line. It is the little things that truly matter in life. Thank you, Amrit. And the next person that we have is Ajay. I can see Ajay has volunteered himself from Bollywood.
I have volunteered, but I would request, as we have a lovely lady speaker amongst us from Bollywood. She's an excellent speaker, I know. And since there has been already a discussion, I would be more than, jubilated to hand over the stage to Anushri. Anushri, I would love that you do the table topics from Bollywood. Please. Thank you so much.
Sir, are you there?
Good evening.
Thank you, Ajay, sir.
Thank you so much. But today my camera is not supporting me, so you can't see this diva. That's the only problem. I can speak.
Go ahead and speak, Anushri, no problem.
I think
Your voice
okay,
is
sir.
चला ma'am.
या इजाजत हो तो हिंदी में, क्योंकि ये बॉलीवुड है, इजाजत है तो हिंदी में, और अगर कहेंगी तो अंग्रेजी में भी बोल देंगे।
दोनों टॉपिक का बैकअप रखा था। नहीं,
अरे अनुश्री जी जब आपका आवाज इतना अच्छा है तो लोग उससे अंदाजा लगा लेंगे कि क्या है, आप क्या होंगी। माशाल्लाह।
जी जी जी, इतनी तारीफ के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी अर्चिता।
हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में रखा था बिकॉज मुझे पता था कि बॉलीवुड टोस्ट मास्टर से शायद कोई ऐसा है जिसे हिंदी में टेबल टॉपिक्स करना हो। तो मैम आपका टॉपिक बॉलीवुड टोस्ट मास्टर सिर्फ फिल्मी नहीं है, ये लोग बड़े रोमांटिक भी है। बॉलीवुड टोस्ट मास्टर्स फिल्मी नहीं, दे वेरी रोमांटिक काइंड ऑफ पीपल, क्योंकि हमारी एक जॉइंट मीटिंग हुई थी एंड उसके बाद हमारा आधा घंटा का एक शायरी सेशन हुआ था। सो सम पीपल हियर आई एम श्योर विल रिमेंबर दैट। तो अनुश्री मैम, गुस्ताखी माफ, आई एम होपिंग कि मैं ये टॉपिक सही फ्रेम कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? तो आपका टॉपिक है खता भी करो तो प्यार से, खता भी करो तो प्यार से, टोस्ट मास्टर अनुश्री।
नमस्ते, यहाँ पर बैठे सारे मेरे मुअज्जिज़ मेहमानों, बॉलीवुड के सदस्यों और बाकी सारे क्लब के सदस्यों को मेरा प्रणाम। जी, खता भी करो तो प्यार से, प्यार। इस सफर में नींद ऐसी खो गई, हम न सोए रात थक कर सो गई। जी, ये एक ऐसा सफर, प्यार का एक ऐसा सफर है जिसके लिए हम जितना कहें उतना कम है। जितना हम बात करें प्यार की, जितनी मोहब्बत की, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ऐसी खताएं भी हो जाती हैं जिनकी सजाएं जिंदगी भर हमें भुगतनी पड़ती हैं। तो प्यार है, पर प्यार में भी एक खता जरूर हो जाती है। अब ये हम में से, अब हम सबको अपने अपने तरीके से देखना है कि हम किसे प्यार करते हैं और कहाँ हमारी जो है वो खता हो गई है। जी, मैं अपने लिए कहूंगी तो मुझसे प्यार में क्या खता हुई ये तो मुझे नहीं मालूम, लेकिन वो मेरी खामोशी नहीं सुनता और मुझसे आवाज नहीं दी जाती। वो मेरी खामोशी नहीं सुनता और मुझसे आवाज नहीं दी जाती, और इस तरह चलते चलते हम अलग अलग हो गए। और अब जो है नया सफर, नई मंजिल, लेकिन रास्ते अभी भी जो है प्यार की राहों में चल रहे हैं। जी, तो आज ये प्यार की खता का आलम ये है, तन्हाई रही साथ ता जिंदगी मेरे, शिकवा रहा सिर्फ इतना कि कोई साथ ना रहा मेरे। ओवर टू यू। जी, आपने कहा तो मैंने सोचा कि आपको जरा शेरो शायरी में ही बता दूं। अगर कुछ खत्म हो गई हो तो प्यार करना, प्यार से माफ करना इस गुस्ताखी को।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है।
मैम एक बात खाली बताइए प्लीज, ये आप लोगों को, ये बॉलीवुड टोस्ट मास्टर्स के हमारे जो मेंबर्स हैं, आप लोग शायरी क्या याद करके आते हैं या ऐसे नेचुरली अंदर से आती है?
ये हिंदी की टीचर हैं तो ये इनको तो शायरी अपने आप अंदर से आती है।
ये शायरी अंदर भरी पड़ी है, जो अगर कोई थोड़ा सा जो है माचिस दिखा देते हैं तो ये सुलग जाती है आग।
बिल्कुल। और अनुश्री जी, जैसे सुदर्शन ने बताया कि हिंदी, शी इज द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हिंदी।
जी।
सो ना सिर्फ शी इज नॉट जस्ट द टीचर, शी इज द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट। तो
perfect. So let's carry on further.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. आपको सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा एंड आपसे हिंदी सीखने के लिए हम लोग आएंगे।
जी, आपको देखकर भी बहुत अच्छा लगता, लेकिन इस समय आज दिखाने की स्थिति में नहीं हूँ।
हाँ मैम, वो आवाज से समझ में आ रहा है। I agree with Ajay sir on that.
जी,
उन्होंने खता भी की है, लेकिन बड़े प्यार से।
आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Guys, with that, we come to the end of the table topic session. And thank you so much for having me as the table topic master. We are having a great session. Please go ahead with it. And I'm really looking forward to the evaluators and the comments and hopefully a post-shairi session as always. So, guys, with that, over to the Toastmasters.
Sure.
और आगे का
exit, can you please ask for the timer's report so that we can do the voting?
voting.
Sure. Could we please request the timers to share the reports with us? Are all these speakers eligible for voting?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Archita. Except for Toastmaster Zishan, who overshot, everyone else is eligible for voting. So Toastmaster Vidushi, Toastmaster Shaurya, Toastmaster Amrit, and Toastmaster Anushree are qualified. However, Toastmaster Zishan is not.
Sorry, Zishan. We hope that next time we'll be able to vote for you also. So with
It was
that,
a great opportunity for me to speak, to be very honest, so I'm honored. It doesn't matter whether I win or lose or be in there. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
It's a wonderful spirit. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. With that, allow me to hand it back to our wonderful duo, the Toastmasters of the day. Over to you guys.
Thank you.
Wow,
So, Majid
amazing.
ji,
Yeah, Archita, very amazing. Seriously speaking, the way you have mixed हमें ये अंग्रेजी और उर्दू का जो ज़बरदस्त तरीके से इंतजार चलाया आपने, वेरी वेरी एक्साइटिंग, और क्या ज़बरदस्त तरीके से आपने इस तमाम सेशन को अरेंज किया, मैनेज किया, ऑर्गेनाइज किया. Congratulations for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So with this, we have reached this conclusion of this lovely segment, Table Topics, where we all were tested to speak extempore, and everybody spoke really nice. So once again, very, very mesmerizing show by all the speakers, and hats off to all those volunteers who just took the role right now, just like that. So Sudarshan, so what's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
What's next is a great question. What's next is something that I believe is the reason why we are all in this journey and we stay in this journey.
Yes,
if
absolutely.
Table Topics was interesting, the next segment is exciting. If Table Topics is the dessert of the table, this is like the main course, as I call it. The reason why I say so is because this is where men get differentiated from the boys. Rupali might not like the reference, but it is just a metaphor. But the fact is, we are entering that segment of our meeting where we will experience what every woman goes through when her mother-in-law comes to visit. Everything was great, but there could be a little extra salt. ये जो बातें होती हैं, which typically you tend to hear from your mothers-in-law, is what our evaluation segment does for us. And to helm the affairs of the evaluation segment, I'm going to call upon a person who, in his own words, is a spontaneous personality. He likes to be in the moment and go with the moment. He's been in Toastmasters like me for the last 7 years, and he believes that convergence means that we are 4 different clubs coming together to create this wonderful session. And if we remain connected after that, that will be true convergence according to him. Let's join our hands together for today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Ajay Regmi, to come and take charge of this next session of evaluations. Over to you, Ajay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. It's a wonderful learning. It's a wonderful session, and it's a wonderful evening. Learning is a continuous process, and I'm learning right now. As I discussed this evening, I was said that as a general evaluator, I need to give only my general evaluation. So let me check once again. Do I need to conduct the general evaluation session, or?
No, you're conducting the whole session. You're conducting the whole session.
Okay, so there was a bit misconception, because I was told that Toastmaster of the Day will be doing all those, and I have to give my general evaluation only.
So if there is no problem, you see, normally the format which we follow is that the general evaluator, he takes up the role as a host. So now from here onwards, you'll be taking care of you'll be inviting all the different evaluators. First of all, the prepared speech evaluators, followed up by the table topic evaluations. I hope this is going to be an easy thing for you.
No, it's not a new thing for me, but like, as I was asked to give my general evaluation only, I'm not prepared. So I even don't remember the name of the evaluators. So I have to check.
We'll help you out with that.
Not a problem.
Not a problem at all. We'll help you out.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. So as a general evaluator, then my role is fall under 3 categories. First, I will call the direct evaluators. Then I will call the indirect evaluators. Then I will give my general evaluation on the overall meeting.
Sure.
Is that correct format?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the correct format.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting with prepared speech evaluations, then then table topics. Yeah. Then your own one.
So direct evaluators, please be ready. So our first evaluator is DTM Saurabh Lohani. And talking about Saurabh Lohani, he is a senior Toastmaster, a motivational speaker, corporate trainer, and a career coach. He will be evaluating the speech given by Toastmaster Manyak Mohta. So, Toastmaster Saurabh, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Mayank today was in his level 4 project, and the project asked Toastmaster Mayank to communicate change. Now, let me tell you what I loved about Toastmaster Mayank's speech today. Number one is I was hooked the moment I heard 2 brilliantly spoken words right at the first instance of the speech, gregarious and socially entangled. I knew looking at the trailer that the movie is going to be really, really interesting, and it was. Toastmaster Mayank, to add up to your beautiful vocabulary, you also had very easy to follow organization. The third thing that went well with your speech is multiple small stories that came into places and that weaved into a profound message towards the end. Having said that, the call for action was also very good. And to add up, there are a few things that you already do good and are good at. That is your spoken language, your oration skills, and on top, your vocal variety. Now, coming down to the point where I have to recommend few things, I was going through your evaluation sheet back and forth, and I came up with, or I saw an interesting thing mentioned there, which says, communicate a change to us as group or organization. And it shouldn't be a narrative of the change or the communication you did at your workplace. That's what I understood. So my request to you is, number one, the project objective is not fulfilled, and I would like to request you to kindly revisit the project and come back again. And second is, if I was you, I would work on my vocal variety. The pitch and pace of the vocal variety was very good. However, I would have worked more on pause. Like I said, the speech has a brilliant opening. You have very easy to follow organization. You also have wonderful voice. You have good oration skills. However, I felt like it was a narrative of the change you made possible at your workplace, and you did not communicate us the change, having us been the group or your organization. So please visit the project again. Please reread the project outlines again. And was I in your place, or had I been in your place, I would have redone it having visited my project objectives. Nevertheless, the speech you gave was very good in technical aspects. With that, I'd like to pass on the virtual floor to General Evaluator Toastmaster Ajay Rigme.
Thank you, DTM Saurabh Lohani. Now we have our next evaluator, Toastmaster Rohan Nag. Toastmaster Rohan Nag is evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Toastmaster Rohan, the floor is yours now.
Gentlemen, it is said that faith is all about believing. When it will happen, we'll never know until it just happens. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and Toastmaster Mariam, who restored our faith in humanity through her speech today. Let me share a few things that I thought she did really well. First was, of course, the story. It is believed and it is generally said that if we use our personal stories in our speech, that makes the speech very interesting and unique, because that particular experience is just ours and our own. And that is something which I thought Toastmaster Mariam did really well. She brought in her own story, a story from her childhood days, and she weaved around a wonderful delivery around it. So well done for that. Second was, of course, a powerful delivery, invigorating. Your pace, pitch, poise was absolutely spot on. The energy with which you delivered was really, something which I trying to do and I take back from you. And of course, the one thing that I thought you did really well during the entire delivery of your speech is that your energy just kept on going up. It's not that you started at a high and ended in the low. You started at a high, but you went higher when you ended. So well done for that. And last but not the least was stage crafting. You did not limit yourself to a chair. You let yourself go. You were moving around. You had purpose, you had energy, you were looking at the camera. Everything showed how much this speech meant to you. Even your eyes resonated the emotion that you were feeling by delivering this speech. So thank you so much for putting in so much effort behind this speech for us as your audience members. But Toastmaster Mariam, my job today as your evaluator is to help you in elevating your speech to the next level. So here are certain points for your kind consideration. First is complete character portrayals. You had a lot of characters in your speech, and this is why this point becomes very important. During the conversation with your mother, you were the right hand, your mother was the left hand. But at the end, when your mother said, oh, it's okay, your right hand was still up and you did not change your hands. This difference stood out for me. Second, when the police officer handed over the phone to you, you were sitting at the back and he was driving. Maybe you could have done something like this and said, doctor, why don't you just give your mother a call? This would have made the imagery more complete. Second was the call to action. I missed a call to action. You could have said something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, through this speech, I want to let you all know that we ourselves should become harbingers of humanity. This would have been my take back from your speech. And last but not the least was the conclusion. You just concluded by saying, my faith in humanity was restored. What you could have done is you could have connected a conclusion to your starting. So on that bright and shiny day, a bright and shiny change came within me, and my faith in humanity was restored. But having said that, it was a crisp speech, very well done. If you can just work on completing your characters, giving a call to action, and having a more well-defined conclusion, I'm sure you will be restoring faith in a lot of people throughout. All the very best to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan. Now, our third evaluator for this evening is DTM Talha bin Hamid. DTM Talha bin Hamid is evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Natraj. So, dear Toastmaster, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. What can I say about the speech? I summed it up. I wrote something after I saw the project, and I believe that is a fitting tribute to your performance. You brought to life a timeless tale, relived it all in glorious detail. We all were in with Romeo as he breathed his last, and wept with Juliet in her lament vast. Your words were animated, alive, and true. Listen in silent awe was all I could ever do. Toastmaster Natraj, it was an inspiring performance. I know how difficult the project is. It is even more difficult to evaluate. You had a nice introduction, an excellent background, so well set up. And that is a lesson for all of us to take, that, you know, this limitation of online speeches actually opens up a lot more possibilities in terms of presentation, and you exploited them all. You had very good synopsis of the story in the beginning and end. Your expressions were spot on. You had good flow. You acted superbly as you're an actor naturally, and you had good differentiation in characters. There were a few improvement areas, but that's really just nitpicking because the ambition, the sheer scale of this project is beyond the scope of a normal Toastmasters project. You managed the audio a little bit in the middle, so that distracted a little bit. At some points, I could detect a slight muddling of words, but maybe that was just the audio. And you could have paced it a little better because at least to me, it sounded as if it was in a uniform pace from throughout, from the beginning to the end. And again, this seems like nitpicking, but I'll go ahead with it. You could have used stage a little bit more, zoomed out the camera a little bit more, and did a little more movement. That would have improved the project, in my humble opinion. In the end, very well attempted. What is also admirable is that you chiseled the project, you chiseled the drama, you chiseled this famous tale to perfection to fit your project. And only those who have actually done this project know that how much time this takes. The preparation of this project can easily take days and weeks. The curtailing of the text, the selection of the characters, and you selected a perfect passage. It had a mix of familiarity for all of us and a dramatic impact. So all I can say in the end is that you did full justice to the project, and there were a few minor improvement areas in terms of your physical movement and management of facilities, but overall, you aced it, you nailed it. Well done. Over to you, General Valvator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Talam bin Hamid. Now, our final evaluator for this evening for the featured speakers is DTM Amjad Ali. Amjad Ali is evaluating Toastmaster Rupali Podar. So DTM Amjad Ali, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. G, for calling me up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, today the speech you have witnessed from Toastmaster Rupali, I'm going to appreciate with the word C, S-E-A. The topic she has spoken is nothing but an ocean. We need to understand it very well. C is smart. She is so smart. She has taken this opportunity to speak to this topic, to this audience from 4 countries, from 4 clubs. Isn't it something smart of her? So she's able to pass on her very powerful message, which is related to every single soul attending this meeting. And outside, we are all struggling and thriving, or striving to understand why. That's what she has asked, a powerful question. Why discrimination? Why only female? While we are the product of females, so why discrimination? Why not giving them proper rights? Very smart, Toastmaster Rupali. I really appreciate for your bravery. And second is eloquence. The way she has delivered, carpeted her entire topic in 7 minutes, that's amazing. She was able to deliver her message so powerfully. I was at least able to understand what she is trying to pass through. And the A part is articulation. The way she started and the way she took it to the heights and lows with emotions and met her objectives, inspiring the audience. Bravo, Toastmaster Rupali. I'm so impressed with your topic. And selection, well, relevance, eloquence, and articulation. Brilliantly. Toastmaster Rupali, since you spoke about your life story, your personal experiences, that is also something very powerful, and it's not easy to open up right in front of the audience you don't know. This will take you to another height. I'm challenging you right now. You're a very powerful lady, very brave lady. Toastmaster Rupali, if I can challenge you something for this very speech, inspire your audience, I would have loved one powerful message from your side. You took a stance. You said, enough is enough. And that message, I will take home. I will take a charge. This is something to inspire the audience. So let them bleed the tears. Oh, yes, that's what's happening around me, and I cannot accept it like Rupali. She took a stance, and now she is not going to compromise at all. Something as such. Yes, it's vulnerable. You spoke about your life, personal stories, but something where you took a stance that I can feel like, yes, I'm inspired. You can make your speech golden. And one more thing, I would have loved your title to be a bit of easy for everyone to understand, and that title is stitched throughout your speech for me to live with your speech. Oh yes, that's what I'm going to take home, which is going to live with me as a synonym of Rupali Poddar, all the way from Nepal. Toastmaster Rupali, you are a brave, smart, eloquent speaker. You know how to speak hard out and inspire the audience, how to leave an impact. If you can add 2 challenges in your life, you are going to make an impact even more better. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, DTM Amjad. All our 4 evaluators really motivate our speakers to go further and give them the room for improvement as well. So here ends our first subsession of the general evaluation session. So let me proceed to the second subsession, and that is an indirect evaluation session. So before entering that session, let me ask our vote counter to collect the votes of feature speakers, table topic, and the evaluators. And before that, let me ask our timer if there is any disqualification regarding the evaluation session. Toastmaster Robin.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ajay. All our evaluators are qualified for voting. Thank you so much.
So may I request our vote counter, Toastmaster Sachin Acharya, to conduct the poll.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay. I have shared the link for voting in the chat. So सभी लोग से request है कि आप लोग इस link पे click करें और vote for the best evaluator.
So I will give 30 seconds for that. So after that, we'll proceed. Are we all done? If so, let me proceed. So we are starting our indirect evaluation session, and I will ask the meeting role players to present their report. So we have Toastmaster Gulam Qadir as a word master. Can you please present your report of the meeting?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ajay. My report is quite simple. The word of the day was jubilation, and this has been used by Toastmaster Natraj once, Toastmaster Ajay once, and none other speakers use this word.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gulam.
Thank you.
So now we have Toastmaster Jishan Khan as a grammarian. So may I request Toastmaster Jishan Khan to present his report.
You have given me very less work, so congratulations. I'm among those one of the few people in the world who are avid readers. Hats off to you. Starting from the roles and the presentations and the speeches, and even the people who are around. My goodness, I was like a free bird enjoying every single moment. But, or should I say yet, there are 3 or 4 errors or slips which I have identified. That is again in the based on the context it was spoken of. So the actual content was in the past and it was spoken in the present, and that was they decided instead of they decide. Second is he reached instead of he reaches. And lastly, title is taught as a passive rather than title is teached. That's all I have. Congratulations, everybody. And I'm certainly enjoying the company of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jishan. So now we have Toastmaster Urusa as a listener. So Toastmaster Urusa, can you please present your report?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now I'd like everyone to unmute their mics. All right, please,
yes,
some people to unmute their mics. All right, so can everyone unmute their mics? All right. So I would like people to guess these phrases or sentences or words, and the person who has said it, please do not say that you have said it. Untangible death. Who said untangible death?
Toastmaster Nataraj.
Right. Flag bearers. Who used the word flag bearers? No one?
Rupali.
Yes. And we go way back to the Greeks.
Can you repeat?
And we go way back to the Greeks.
Way back to the Greeks.
I think it was the first speaker.
It's Toastmaster Ishan Khan.
Mayank.
Ishan Khan, yes.
Khan.
It is the little things that matter. It is the little things that matter.
It was the table topic speaker. I forget the name.
Bidushi from Nepal.
Yes.
Toastmaster Bidushi from Nepal.
No.
The last table topics.
Yes, the last table topic speaker. Can I have his name?
Amrit.
Right. All right. So that is about what I can do in this time. Back to you, Toastmaster. Okay. I don't have your name. General Evaluator.
Ajay Regmi.
All right.
Thank you. So now we have Toastmaster Kripa Wale as an accountant. So Toastmaster Kripa, can you please present your report?
Okay, good evening once again. Thank you, General Evaluation. According to my report, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mayank, flawless. A round of virtual applause for him. Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sudarshan, 1 ant, 1 light. Toastmaster Majid, 5 up, 1 ant, 1 soul. In the prepared speeches, first speaker Toastmaster Mayank, 1 hour. Second speaker Toastmaster Mariam, flawless, a round of virtual applause. Third speaker Toastmaster Natraj, 3 short pauses and 2 long pauses. Fourth speaker, Toastmaster Rupali Flawless. A virtual applause for her as well. In the table topic session, table topic master DTM Toastmaster Archita Tiwari, 3 A and 3 end. First speaker Toastmaster G San, 1 short pause. Second speaker Toastmaster Vidusi, 2 A, 3 end. Third speaker Toastmaster Soria, and fourth speaker Toastmaster Amrit, and fifth speaker Toastmaster Anushree. They all were flawless. So round of applause for them. In the evaluation session, first evaluator, DTM Toastmaster Saurabh Lohani, 1 short pause. Second evaluator, Toastmaster Rohan, flawless, a round of virtual applause. Third evaluator, DTM Toastmaster Talha, 2 A, 1 repetition of word, this, and 1 end. Fourth evaluator, DTM Toastmaster Amjad, 1 hesitation. General evaluator, Toastmaster Ajay Ravi, 2 so. So over to you, general evaluator. Thank you.
Toastmaster Ajay, you are muted.
Toastmaster Ajay, you are not audible.
So before calling the timer, Toastmaster Roveen, to present his report, let me give my overall general evaluation of the meeting.
Toastmaster Ajay, before you give your general evaluation, there was one role which was missed. Table topic evaluation by Toastmaster Shamam. If you can ask her to deliver her evaluation, then you can do your full general evaluation.
Okay. Toastmaster?
Shamam Khan, can we please?
Toastmaster Shamam Khan, can you please give the table topic evaluation?
Yes, thank you, General Evaluator, and hi, fellow Toastmasters. My role today is to provide an evaluation for the table topic sessions. My reaction, first reaction is wow to the table topic master and table topic speakers for enlightening the tone of meeting from all prepared, serious to impromptu speaking, rather causing a jubilation in the meeting. I believe impromptu brief speaking in limited time is one crucial skill to excel when it comes to learning at Toastmasters. Now, getting to the table topic speakers, I would highlight one feature that I believe have made or could have made the speeches particularly effective. We first had Toastmaster Zishan with life around literature. His traditional expertise, as I know him as a Toastmaster experience, was evident. Do you remember when he asked the question about the existence without literature? That added such a power to his point, and that was really impressive. As an audience, I suggest that we learned at Toastmaster that a bit of fun element or some engaging facial expression would have added to a lighter, endeavor. So maybe we can try that. Literature is not that, serious anyways. But that was impressive, Toastmaster Zishan. Second, we had Toastmaster Vidushi, or was she a guest? I can't recall properly. But her speech got my attention as an audience right from the start, with the tone suiting the swiftness of nature. I appreciate it. I'm sure you all must have noticed that she demonstrated the pitch, the pause. I think that was natural. The power that she made us feel about nature is where the heart is. So that was amazing, Toastmaster Vidushi. Third, we had Toastmaster Shurya with happy meal and satisfaction. So his Toastmaster experience again showed in as he began with an exciting tone, recalling and associating his personal experience about food that added more heartfelt delivery of his speech, especially in this lockdown. So that was good job, Toastmaster Shurya. One recommendation is to use more powerful facial expressions. For example, while recalling your childhood food fever, or maybe having a bit of pauses here and there for more impressing delivery. Then we had Toastmaster Amrit with "It is the people we live in." Of course, he started with a general statement that was attention grabbing, and then he developed with power in his voice. And a message that matters is we have our family, friends, and people around us. You will agree that he left a long-term impact with thought-provoking conclusions saying little things matter. So that was amazing. Last, we had TM Anushri, and while talking about her, it brings smiles to my face. She acknowledged the audience in a true poetic culture that is part and parcel of Hindi and Urdu speaking environment. So it grabbed my attention especially, and all of the audience must have noticed it, with the pitch that she used to deliver her message. And hats off to her skill in maintaining the protocol of the content structure as she deviated from the topic, though she used the topic like the share of Pata bhi karo to pyar se karo, and she ended up with that statement, making up for the deviation from her topic. One recommendation for new speakers, or maybe for all of us, I suggest that in terms of mechanics of impromptu speaking, it can be improved that when we repeat question, it gives us some time to get our nerves to die down and for thinking about what to say. So maybe use that strategy to become more powerful. Last but not the least is about table topic master DTM Archita. DTM Archita, first, my honest appreciation for representing females. I was literally feeling deprived. There was only 8% representation in the meeting and the gender-oriented jokes. So apart from that, DTM Archita demonstrated her experience as a seasoned Toastmaster when she was swiftly taking and encouraging volunteers in table topic speaking, like she started with KTC members. So that was a part and parcel of being a great Toastmaster, table topic master. One amazing feature was to keep an eye on the volunteers who raised their hands, and she called TM Amrita and gave opportunity to everyone who did not have roles or showed their interest. Overall, table topic session was carried well, with touching our hearts and emotions and making us giggle with Urdu poetry, provoking our thoughts in English literature, and also bringing out the inspirational speaker by a mix of fun and surprise, reality and fantasy table topics. I wish all the Toastmasters keep excelling with more facial expressions and fun element, and I look forward to continuing hearing your exciting speeches in your future club meetings. I stop here with my evaluation. The red card is on. Over to you, General Evaluator and Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Saman, if I correct it.
Saman.
It means it's Saman. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me give my general evaluation. 66 participants, 4 different countries and 4 different clubs in one meeting. It's an amazing creation. It's an amazing meeting. And first, let me thank Toastmaster Sachin, the president of Bollywood Toastmaster, to initiate this joint meeting, because initiation is one of the key of good leaders. Hats off to you. So I'll request all of you to give the virtual thumbs up or the applause to Toastmaster Sachin to lead this meeting. What I love when I enter in this virtual platform is those Toastmasters, I may not be able to name them, but those who engage the participants till the meeting starts. Kudos to those Toastmasters who help the meeting interesting before it starts. Then Sergeant at Arms, Mayank took that role impromptu. And that's what the leadership is. Thank you, Mayank, for taking that role at the short notice. Short and sweet role. As you mentioned, or you fail somewhere to say it or state the ground rules of the meeting. You could have done that. To me, to conduct this role is a kind of challenge, doing it alone. But those two Toastmasters, Toastmaster Sudarshan and Toastmaster Majid, they coordinate in such a good manner that they conduct whole meeting in a very appropriate and timely manner. Wordmaster, Toastmaster Ghulam, so can you please wish him happy birthday, as today is his birthday? So wish you happy birthday, Toastmaster Ghulam. Your work was wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Grammarian, thank you. Okay, so grammarian Toastmaster Zishan Khan, you state the word and you collect the word in the right manner. Thank you so much for being in the team today. And one interesting role for me as a listener, and I'm sure many of us heard that for the first time, Urusa, Toastmaster Urusa, I really love this role as a listener. And that is one takeaway for me to my club. Joke Master, Mr. Hanif Khatri, you really make us laugh. It's not only make me, it's you make us laugh and engaged. And that's a wonderful task and the hardest task. You've done it wonderfully. I really appreciate your jokes and your time. Our counter, Toastmaster Kripa, very precise and timely report. I really appreciate your role as a timer. So table topic evaluators, and that is again a new thing for me and a takeaway for me as well, because we don't evaluate table topics in our club. So you did a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. So if I forget anyone, so my thank and regards to all of you for your reports and for the learning to me and to many of us. So let me ask Timer Rovin to present his report as a timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. I'll be giving my report. So the meeting started at 6:55 Nepali time. That was 10 minutes after the times that was scheduled. Toastmaster Mayank took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Mariam took exactly 7 minutes. A big round of virtual clap for her. Toastmaster Natraj took 11 minutes and 7 seconds. Toastmaster Rupali took 7 minutes and 16 seconds. Table topic session was a very dynamic session. It started with Toastmaster Zishan, who took 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Vidushi from Kathmandu took 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Shaurya took 1 minute and 36 seconds. Toastmaster Amit took 1 minute and 50 seconds. And Toastmaster Anushree with her poetic line took 1 minute 53 seconds. For our evaluation sessions, Toastmaster Saurabh took 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Toastmaster Rohan took 3 minutes 20 seconds. DTM Toastmaster Tahia took 3 minutes. DTM Amjad took 3 minutes 13 seconds. Our grammarian Toastmaster Zishan took 1 minute and 7 seconds. Our counter Toastmaster Kripa took 1 minute 39 seconds. Our listener Toastmaster Urusha took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Our table topic session evaluator Toastmaster Shamam took 5 minutes and 12 seconds. And our general evaluator took 4 minutes 28 seconds. As a timer, I have taken 1 minute and 47 seconds. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Robin. Somewhere I found that I have few minutes to speak if I want to. So coordination is a challenge. To run a meeting within a club, and I'm sure it's a challenge to conduct the meeting coordinating with 4 countries and 4 different clubs and evaluators. So somewhere, it's my just a suggestion, somewhere we missed, I missed, and few of us, we missed to know our role, appropriate role that I have to say. That's what I found. And I love the way that we call in our club Postmaster. So I found the meeting is the combination of the Toastmasters meeting and the Postmasters meeting, because it's like in our club, we do jokes and informal talks in Postmaster session, and it's something different here. I really love that. And the next thing, or the best thing that I love in this meeting today is the individual feedback to the speakers. Now, by saying this, let me ask our ballot officer to present the report or his report.
Sachin.
Toastmaster Sachin.
Yes, I have handed over the list of winners to President Toastmaster Imran, and he is going to present the winners.
Okay, I'd like to butt in. Toastmaster Imran has been has left the meeting, sorry, and he is busy with some work. So I, as the Vice President Education of Karachi Toastmasters Club, would like to announce the winners, if it's okay.
Would you do the winners now, or would you do it after the closing of TMODs?
That depends. What do you guys want me to do?
So normally in our club, we do the results as the last activity of the meeting.
All right. So you guys can close and then I'll announce the winners.
Perfect. So Toastmaster Majid, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm very much here. I'm very, very happy that I, in fact, joined, and I became part of this meeting, because it after a very long time, I actually am attending any Toastmasters meeting. I'm so lucky that I'm actually being part of this meeting particularly, because 4 different powerful clubs assembling together at a point, this is the best thing which can ever happen to Toastmasters. I know, because all of us want to learn. In today's meeting is the variety, variety of people. I mean, it's a single statement. Every different person has a different way to, speak it. There are different creative ways people express themselves, and that is something from where we actually all learn. So I'm very glad that actually, became part of it. Thank you so much, TM Sudarshan, because you took the main lead role, because a lot of all the introduction you, in fact, taken care of, or you introduced all of the speakers, and you you in fact technically helped me out in that as well, because see, that was a more responsible job which you did. So I'm very glad that you did that, and I'm with this, I probably think that we have concluded all the 3 sessions, and now I would like Team Sudarshan to take charge, and I thank everybody. It was very, very nice meeting you all over here, and I would love to see you all once again on this platform sometime pretty soon again.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Majid. And I'm a tech enthusiast. I always have believed that there is a point in time where all technology will converge into one. And this convergence is expected to make our lives completely different. Whether we look at the world from a financial perspective, from a technology perspective, from a defense perspective, we are finding that increasingly it is artificial intelligence which is taking over most functions that humans perform. And this convergence is something that is being touted as brand new, something which is being touted as what humankind has progressed to and has been something of a revelation in the 21st century and beyond. But I started the meeting with a Bollywood number, and I would like to end the meeting with a Bollywood number. This is a song which is very close to my heart and which was probably picturized in the late 1960s or maybe the 70s. And the song goes something like this. O hare taal mile nadi ke jal mein, nadi mile sagar mein, sagar mile kaun se jal mein, koi jaane na hare taal mile. Basically, the song goes something like, The water of the lake merges with the river and the river to the sea, and the sea goes where we don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, convergence has been the essence of life for all human beings all along. और इस convergence ने ही हम सबको साथ लाया है. आज एक नमूना हमने पेश किया कि जब दिल, दिमाग और जिगर से हम कोई चीज चाहते हैं तो वो साथ में मिलके हम कर सकते हैं. So the point is very simple. To converge is not an option. It is imperative. This convergence has to be of the heart, the mind, and the soul. Only then will we all, as individual humans, connect to form what we call as humanity. With these thoughts, I would like to take my bow and leave the stage and hand it over to Madam Toastmaster Urusa, who is the acting president of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Urusa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudarshan. And continuing what you were saying, that convergence, I have a quote over here that coincidence is important, the convergence of different ideas. With that, I'd like to announce the best table topic speaker. She's none other than who spoke in both languages, or rather in Hindi, Toastmaster Anushri Sharma. Now the best speaker, prepared speaker, who can guess?
Tough, very tough. All for good.
All were good, right. Toastmaster Rupali. Round of applause, right. And best evaluator, none other than Toastmaster Rohit. So with that, I think we are within time, and let's wrap up the meeting. Meeting adjourned. And let's, yeah, sure. You were saying something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And let's converge some other time at some other place.
Sure. For those of you who would like to stay back, we in Bollywood have a very, very strong tradition of having a lot of fun at the end of our meetings. So the floor is open, as they say.
Sudarshan,
the DJ will play his music, and Hanji, Sachin.
Yes, thank you. I would like to say a couple of words. And if I have a couple of minutes, please. Shall I?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and a very good evening to all of you. दोस्तों, मैं टोस्टमास्टर सचिन आचार्य, बॉलीवुड टोस्टमास्टर क्लब के प्रेसिडेंट होने के हैसियत से आप सभी का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं कि आप लोगों ने आज इस मल्टीनेशनल जॉइंट मीटिंग को इतनी बखूबी से चलाया. Special thanks to 3 ladies who worked relentlessly behind the scenes to make this happen. Toastmaster Urusa from Karachi, Toastmaster Shreya from Kolkata, and Toastmaster Pratisha from Kathmandu. Bollywood, this is my last meeting as the president. It has been a wonderful journey. Thank you all for tolerating my madness. मेरे पागलपन को बर्दाश्त करने के लिए शुक्रिया. Kolkata Toastmasters Club, thank you for all the support. We've had some great joint meetings together. Karachi, you guys are a bunch of awesome people जो एक साथ एक क्लब के अंदर आए हैं. Keep up the good work that you're doing.
Yeah.
र काठमाडौँबाट नेपालबाट आएका सबै टोस्टमास्टरहरू, मेरा साथीहरूलाई हार्दिक हार्दिक धन्यवाद. मेरो एउटा सपना थियो, मेरा एक सपना था कि बॉलीवुड के चाहने वालों को, हिंदी उर्दू बोलने वाले देशों को एक साथ एक मंच पर लाया जाए. That dream has come true. आज वो सपना पूरा हुआ है. And thanks to all you guys that has happened today. ऐसे खुशी के मौके पर, यस्तो पवित्र पर्व में, ऐसे पावन पर्व पर आइए हम सब एक हो जाते हैं. Let's close this meeting together. Everybody unmute yourselves and repeat after me. Everybody unmute yourselves and repeat after me. We, the united people, together, declare this meeting closed. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was a wonderful meeting. It was a wonderful.
From my side, this meeting was broadcast live on YouTube, and I've shared the link here. I'll also share the link subsequently on WhatsApp groups as well. So please, everyone who's here, please share this link all around. Half the world should see this latest Bollywood blockbuster, because cinemas are closed. So this is the best thing happening on the screens right now. Thank you so much, everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have created history today, and we all should be justifiably proud of what we've been able to achieve. Thanks to a thought that Sachin had, we've been able to give it shape and deliver it. And this is something that will be talked about for a long time to come.
True.
Congratulations, everybody. And it was a refreshing session. Seeing people all across the globe, all across borders, amazing. Amazing. Such a great initiative. We would like to see you here again and again. Sudarshan, amazing host. I would
Thank you very much.
Probably sit down for hours and just listen to you. Amazing. And everybody else who has contributed, I'm sorry, I've just taken the opportunity to share. I just could not resist the excitement and the feeling and the emotions, or the flow of emotions that I'm going through. Thank you very much. I have my gratitude, and I'm grateful to be the part of this. Thank you.
डॉक्टर रूपेश, इसी बात पे कुछ हो जाए कविता।
बिल्कुल।
किताब निकाल लिया है, तो चलो शुरू करें आप।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
जरूर सर, 2-3 शेर सुनाऊंगा मैं।
जी
जरूर सर। इरशाद।
शुरुआत करते हैं। तेरे दीदार के लिए ही आते तेरी गलियों में, तेरी दीदार के लिए ही आते गलियों में, वरना आवारगी के लिए तो सारा शहर